Hey Math 1, let's recap how to graph lines with key features. Okay, there's two key features you need to know in order to graph a line. The first thing we need to know is the starting point. Okay, sometimes the starting point is the y-intercept point and it's got a 0, and sometimes it's just a random point. Okay, the second thing we need to know to graph a line, okay, is the slope. That's the delta y over delta x, okay, and that's the pattern, the two-sided pattern. All right, let's pick out information from the equation. We'll get the key features, and then we're going to use that to draw a graph. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing here, this is the long form. This is the point-slope equation. So if I look at my table, it did not start with a 0, okay, because I noticed they adjusted it. The table must have started with a -5. The y value, the starting value, was a 2. Okay, and then what's the slope? What's the pattern? Okay, the pattern is right there. So the slope is -4/3, and my starting point is -5 and a 2. All right, so we're going to go ahead and graph that starting point, and then we're going to use our slope to make many other points. So where is -5 comma 2? 5 is the x value. So on the x-axis, I have to go left, and then 2 is the y value, so I got to go up 2. So our starting point is right there. Okay, now we have to make other points. So let's take a look at the slope. I notice the slope is negative. Okay, so that means that my line is going to be going downhill. Okay, downhill line. The guy has to ski downhill. So let's make sure that we go downhill. And the delta y is -4. The delta x is 3. Okay, we call this the rise and the run. All right, so I need to go delta y, I need to go -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to go down 4. And then the run is positive, so I'm going to run to the right. 1, 2, 3. There's another point on this line. Okay, let's do it again. We have to keep going. We're going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the delta y. See how the y-axis is going up and down? Delta x is 3, +3. There's another point. These points should all line up. Okay, I don't think I can fit any more, but I can fit more if I go the other way. Okay, if I go up 4, I'd have to go left 3. Does that point line up with my other points? They should. Okay, and so here is the line. Okay, that is not a good picture. You need to make sure you draw it extra long. Okay, it goes forever. I just ran out of graph paper, and you definitely want to put arrows on it.
I don't know if I'm allowed to add.
Okay, let's take a look at one more. I noticed that this equation right here, okay, is the smaller version, the shorter version. This is the slope-intercept form. Okay, so if I take a look at a table, an XY table, my starting value was 3, and since there was no adjusting, this must have been a 0. So the starting point is 0, 3. Okay, the slope, which is the pattern, is in front of the x, and the pattern is 5, or 5/1. Okay, so this would be rise up 5, and then run 1 to the right. Or you could say delta y over delta x. Now, where is that starting point on this graph paper? Okay, when you have the short version, the slope-intercept form, your starting point's always on the y-axis, 0, 1, 2, 3. The starting point has a 0 for x. That's the y-intercept, okay, which made the equation nice and short. Now let's make some more points. I'm going to rise up 5 and over 1. I'm going to rise up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Okay, and then over 1. Rise over run. When you have a slope that's positive, your line needs to be going uphill. And it is. It looks like it's going uphill. I need to make some more points. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and then 1 to the left. That is lining up with my line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, 1 to the left. Okay? How do I know that that slope is the same? Well, you could check it. I could rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rise up 5 over 1. That's exactly what the slope was. Okay? Getting these points on the graph paper is really important, okay? But we haven't drawn our line yet. We have to draw a nice long line through all of these points. Okay, long, long line, and don't forget to put the arrows on your graph. Okay, that's how you use key features to draw the graph of a line. I'd like for you to get a blue pen, okay, in your class kick, and in the upper right-hand corner of that document, please draw a square with an X in it to show that you've watched this video. Thank you.